It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the 49ers and the Giants on Thursday night primetime.
From the future site of Super Bowl 60 in a few years' time, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. 2 NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
On the other side of the field for the visit. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. The numbers from McCaffrey last week. 16 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
And he's going to have the Niners first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch him by surprise.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first. Play action. It's Burrow. Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Giants much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Niners first down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2. McCaffrey running up the middle. Breaks the tackle now at Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That is incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. and that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Joey Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
46-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, while the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 68 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. You look at this Niner defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Giants send out their punter now. Ray McCloud deep here for the Niners. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, no.
That's my English teacher right there.
2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
There's a short one taken in by Otten. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Now it's Burrow. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Burrow will throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
If for some reason you doubted Chase's elite ability, how about this? Missed 5 games last season, still reached 1,000 yards and made the Pro Bowl. His name always at the forefront of the game's greatest playmakers.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Burrow looking to pass. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. 3rd down and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flushed out right. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Lawrence throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. On 3rd down, Lawrence. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the 1st drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Burrow. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. Still in the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Steps away to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
These guys running back out of the Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
New York.
Lawrence will throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They go play action with Lawrence. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, he might be the best kicker the game's ever seen. And we've seen him hit from 66, which is the all-time record. But anything 60-plus, that's a very low percentage kick. Don't tell him he doesn't believe it. But this one winds up no good.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Gets this one to Juszczyk. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Lawrence. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Lawrence going to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
The lengthy Armstead made a great play there, and he's making up for lost time after he battled injury last season. Getting him back makes an elite group of pass rushers downright scary.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
After a couple of seasons of battling injuries, the former #2 overall pick returned to Pro Bowl form with over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Just as important, played 16 games and handled over 350 touches, essentially carrying the Giants offense.
tackle made there by Buda Baker. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Lawrence. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, I'd say a couple people didn't get the read correct, huh? Zone coverage, linebacker dropped right into the proper spot. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Was looking directly in his eyes as he threw the football, and you're right, it was telegraphed. Probably should have been picked. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12, as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. Here's Lawrence to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On third down, Lawrence. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. This one brought in by Jefferson. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon. Not too much to show you scoring-wise in that first half. Just a couple of field goals make up all the scoring. But I wouldn't be surprised if we're close to a breakthrough, and things should open up as we move along.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the gift. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And So many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Dances by him. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. First down, here's Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. McCaffrey on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's Lawrence. And pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
From midfield now, Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Fighting through, he's got space. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. This out quickly to Williams. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Niners' 35-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Oh, another big wrap up there by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, who led the league with 18.5 sacks in 2022. Became the second 49er and 10th player ever to win both that and Defensive Rookie of the Year awards during their career.
On second down, Lawrence. Williams brings it in. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Lawrence will throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Now Lawrence. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game.
49ers 6.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Lawrence. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Eric Armstead, his 2nd sack of the night.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Burrow on 1st down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Kittle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And Burrow going to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, Lawrence going underneath. He's got Hockenson, and he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 7. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Here's 3rd and a few inches. Now Lawrence. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Staying on his feet. And that's incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. In possession switching back to the New York Giants. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Lawrence to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Here's Lawrence to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd down and a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. This is caught by Evans. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The 30-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Lawrence. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Tucker's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It was Myles Garrett that time who got in there and brought him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Fielded at the 33. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. 1st down, here's Mitchell. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
3rd and 6.
Now Burrow. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Hockenson here. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Here's a 2nd and 5. Lawrence will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
First and 10.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Burrow. And he is caught, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, here's Burrow. And his throw is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants going to take over again on offense. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And some room to maneuver. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3rd and 8. Lawrence gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent.